Thanks, laugh out loud. Good shit. What's the verdict on this game so far? Ooh, that's a good one. It's a good question. You know, up until now, I've been actually really happy with the game. I haven't had any problems with it. However, right now, I think I'm like level 26, 27, and I'm in an area where the captains are like level 34 and 35. So they have outpaced me. In this region, they have severely outpaced me. That's kind of a problem, and on top of that, I haven't had very much gear drop because I haven't been killing captains, which is my fault. I've been claiming them, not killing them. So the gear grind is definitely starting to show up as a bit of a problem, and I have also heard that there is a secret ending that is heavily hidden behind grinding. Heavily hidden behind the grinding. If you don't want to grind it, there is a... Basically, you're going to have to buy loot boxes if you don't want to grind it, and the grind is, like, insanely long. It's like a really, really long grind, just for the secret ending. So that could be pretty awful. In fact, I'm kind of already thinking that's going to be the case as what will happen as the secret ending. That really chaps me pretty bad. That really does. I hate this whole microtransaction thing getting in the way. But, like, up until that point, it really doesn't seem to be a problem. Right now, it hasn't been too much of a problem. It could be a problem, though. I mean, it could very easily... This could very easily turn into a problem. Like, the way I'm thinking about this. There's not a lot... I haven't really gotten a lot of gear. And I've still been able to keep pace with these orcs and everything, but now that they're, like, level 35 and I'm 25 or something... It's really tough. It definitely is difficult because I'm getting one-shotted more and more by like mission bosses and stuff. Other than that, I mean, I still love this game. Like from its basic gameplay set, like it is super fun to play. It is still Shadows of Mordor. It's just better. It's just better in every way, gameplay-wise. It's just better. You get more combat, more fluid combat. More options, more unique options, and the character building is pretty nice. I do like the RPG elements, and I do like that there is loot too. I enjoy the loot stuff. It's just... kind of sounds like things are going to get out of hand with the microtransactions. That's really the problem. Like, the game is so well built, but then they have this microtransaction that is going to stop you from getting the secret ending in a reasonable amount of time. And, you know, that's... Ugh, that's really killing it for me. I mean, that's really bringing down my buzz for this game. It's really killing my buzz. It's harshing it. But at the same time, I pick up this game, I play it, and I love it. And I'm going to beat the game, and if I don't go for the secret ending, then I won't have to really worry about the microtransaction part of the game. And I think if I can ignore that, then I really have enjoyed my experience with the game. It's just, I don't think it's fair to... ignore microtransactions that are actually that much of a problem, you know, if they are. And it sounds like they are. It sounds like they will be guaranteed that kind of a problem. But if you can somehow see past that or just ignore it, if it doesn't bother you, then this game is fantastic. It's well put together. The orc nemesis system is just so fucking good. They absolutely improved it. I don't know so much about the siege. I'm not so hot on the fortress siege and stuff. It's cool to look at, but it seems pretty straightforward, and it's really just kind of a weird mini game, taking over the regions and stuff. And I hear when you get to the end of the game, even before the microtransaction problem, if you can get it, once you get into the end game of the game, and then you start working towards the secret ending. All that's really left to do is to siege fortresses, and that's all you really do. You just routinely siege over and over, you know, a bunch of fortresses online. That's how you level up and shit. So it sounds like maybe there's not a whole lot to the end game of the game. Like, it sounds kind of bland. For the microtransactions for the end game stuff is a bit of a problem, but the game itself is pretty cool. That's exactly how I'd rate it, man. The transaction stuff. I wish there was a shorter. Is there a shorter way to call that? Can we just call it like micro DLC or something? But basically, yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard as well. And honestly, I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to see the difference in my gear, my level, and then the orcs level is definitely posing an issue. I'm gonna have to kill these orcs in this region. This is a brand new region that I just entered. I'm going to have to kill the orcs here because they are too high a level for me to just constantly shame and then dominate, which is fine. I'll just have to kill them and get some more and better gear. And we'll just try and beat the game and see if I'm kind of hoping I could just stop before the secret ending. I gotta be I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I don't want to do the secret ending if I have to do microtransaction, or if I have to grind a hell of a lot. Like that's definitely gonna be a killer. But we're not there yet, so I'm not worried about it. I really do love playing the game. Otherwise, it's just a beautifully well-crafted game. It's just an extremely well-crafted game. Feels great in the hands. You know, I'm really a slut for good controls, and that's what I got. You know, the animations are beautiful. They're crisp. Yeah, I really like this game. I mean, I really, really like this game. If just that microtransaction was not in there, I would be over the moon with this game. But because that is in there, I have to have my hype levels like 70%. My hype levels are like 70%, maybe a little bit lower than that even. If that microtransaction was not in this game, it would easily be up in the 90% range. Like, I am so into this fucking game. I am so into this game. I love the setting, I love the orcs, I love killing them, I love the basic, wholesome gameplay of just sheer unadulterated violence, and it just looks so brutal when you are killing these guys left and right. You're doing executes, you've got the elven rage, and they just throw these guys at you endlessly, and it is super, super satisfying. I love it. Popping out, flipping over guys, and then busting out the bow for slow-mo. I got this little flash thing where I dodge through them and shit. And then there's all these cool little side skills that you can invest in your main skills in, and kind of play the character the way you want to play him with his little side skills, and they're pretty game changing. They really do change up how you want to engage with the system. I think there are some very obvious and very clear skills that that they're just very strong and they're very dominant choices. But there are just so many skills in the game and so many choices in which to choose. It's really not a problem just picking up the ones that seem pretty powerful, and then just, you know, picking up other skills that are, you know, that you generally might not really think is so powerful. Like, you can do that. It's not a problem. You get a lot of skills, and if you kind of look through the skills and you see the ones that you want right away, it's very easy just to get those and play the character the way you want to play them, well before you really start grinding shit. So they did a great job on the skill tree. I think it's an interesting. It's not quite as diverse. I mean, I will always want more diversity. If you're talking about an RPG aspect, I would like it if they took it even further and had more skills, or, you know, more unique skills and stuff like that. But I think they did a great job, all things considered, because the point of the game is to kill orcs. You do that, and the skill system is very much an evolution of the ease of access by which you kill more orcs. You know, here's your selection, here's your stuff. Very simple, very direct. Just, you know, pick what looks cool and go kill some orcs. Gear-wise, I love the look of the gear. I love that the gear improves visually along with the stats. When you unlock a piece of gear, when it has like an unlock condition and you pay the money and unlock it, it looks better. This was not gold in my last stream. Somewhere at the start of my last stream to the end of it, I upgraded this chest piece and it had all this cool gold looking shit on it, so it looks really cool. My cloak is not unlocked right now, so it looks raggedy and torn, but when I unlock it, it will be a nice full cloak that is totally looks great. I love that. They did a great job with the loot. The loot feels good to get. I get excited whenever I get any piece of loot. I hope it has like a really kick-ass bonus attached to it. And sometimes it has like a random bonus that I didn't even think of that is kind of cool, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of nice. I really like the last dagger I had a flame. Every time I stab people in stealth, it would set the orc on fire. That was super cool because I would just randomly start fires everywhere. The sword I'm using right now is not quite as cool, but it does randomly poison. It has like a 30% chance of poisoning every critical hit, which doesn't happen too often, but it does randomly poison, and I don't really care so much for poison, but it's cool that it does stuff, you know. So I really like the loot. They did a good job with the loot. It is hard to get it. It is hard to get it, and that's again the microtransaction problems that they kind of want you to spend it on boxes, where normally you got to kill captains all day, you know, and war chiefs or whatever, and that's a bit of a problem, especially like right now. I'm gonna have to kill a bunch of orcs that are higher level than me, and I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel about that. Hopefully they drop loot that I could wear. I'm hoping they could drop loot that I could wear, because they drop loot in relation to their level, but maybe it's going to be more in relation to my level. I don't really know. We'll figure that out as we play some more. But I am worried that the microtransaction stuff's starting to rear its head in the loot category. That kind of sucks. And I guess we can't be that surprised, because that's generally, you know, what people have been talking about the last couple of days. Story is not really anything to write home about. It's just a story. I mean, it's pretty fan fiction-y. Shelob's a chick. You know, I don't really care for that at all. They rewrote some of the lore, some of the things that go down in Lord of the Rings style Middle-earth stuff, but I can see past that, because I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings. I'm a fan of Middle-earth stuff. Like, I really like this setting, and I get it. They kind of wanted to fuck around and do some random shit, and I'm all right with it. I'm all right. I'm okay. I mean, it's not ruining my gameplay, but at the same time, it's not making me like super hyped either. Like the game, it's the gameplay I like. The story is just like whatever. The story is like whatever. I listen and I actually pay attention, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just gonna be some weird ass fan fiction that some dude jerked off on a page, and that was gonna be it. He just jerked off on a page, called it, you know, Lord of the Mordors, and then handed it into the office. And the TPS report guy was like, all right, we'll use it. You know, here's our script. This guy just jerked off and put the word Shadows of Mordor on it, and we're good. Yeah, I mean, as a game, I'm really enjoying it. Just as a game, I'm really enjoying it. It's good stuff. Anyways, it's good to see you, Mr. Mammoth. I'm glad that you're recovering from a nice little